Being pregnant and middle-aged is like driving an old car with bald tires and worn-out brakes up a rocky mountain. In the rain. Frankly, it'll be a miracle if you get to the top. I almost didn't. I was 48 years old when my daughter was born. Her birth was the culmination of a brutal, 7-year odyssey of fertility treatments. After 11 failed rounds of in vitro fertilization, one of which ended in miscarriage, I finally got pregnant using a donor egg and carried the baby to term. My postpartum depression was not hard to predict. I had 8 risk factors: advanced maternal age, use of fertility treatments, pregnancy complications, traumatic birth, history of anxiety and depression, lack of sleep, insufficient support, difficulty breastfeeding. My symptoms checked off a lot of boxes. I wish someone had warned me. Even though there have been some recent improvements, particularly in California, in how postpartum depression is diagnosed and treated, no doctor mentioned it to me before my daughter's birth, not my obstetrician-gynecologist, not the perinatologist, not even my psychiatrist. The first time I held my daughter, instead of feeling boundless joy and radiant love as I'd expected, I was overwhelmed with fear and remorse. I had the sense I was drowning in mud, holding her over my head. I thought for sure we'd both go under. Once we got home with the baby, I was so overwhelmed with obsessive anxiety that I couldn't properly care for her. In the first few weeks the situation devolved. An irrational fear that the baby would stop breathing and die if I looked away for more than a moment kept me from sleeping. Stress dried up my milk supply. The baby was not gaining weight, and she had blood in her stoolie. I feared where my escalating despair would lead. Nationally, about 500,000 American mothers experience symptoms of postpartum depression per year, according to research from the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention.